Hi guys, and welcome on this second part of Fuse series tutorial. This time I will show you how I model the gun asset from Fuse. So it's a lot of error, a lot of works. Just something before to start. Be well aware that it's a full series of different tutorial. Here is the second part, so be sure to check the first part before to begin this one, in order to have all the shortcuts, the tool I will use, etc. I'm introducing in the first part, so you can have in my Gumroad channel, Gumroad at WZX with 6, just like that, this one. Okay, so here my Gumroad channel, and you have the Fuse number 1, all about introduction, shortcut, all about my modeling toolkit, etc. It's quite important to understand what I make in this one for modeling the gun. As you will see in the next video, for me the most important thing when you model is blocking. What I mean by blocking is to be focused on large area, on silhouette, and not things about detail. Forget detail. Detail is just the final touch to enhance your model, but the most important thing is to deal with low poly, middle poly, in order to fix your idea and your model. After that, you can deal with more technical aspect and go on the high poly modeling. You will see it's the key for me for a good model and a good modeling. Like that, you are safe and you don't worry about a mistake or anything like that. You will see in the tutorial, I always split in blocking and high poly part. First, I blocking lot all my shape from the gun, and when I finish that, when I'm sure, when I'm safe of the idea, artistic idea, silhouette, etc., I will then go onto high poly and use some tips and tricks for high poly modeling, bevel, etc. But be always patient and make a clean blocking on your model. Before to start, I will show you here with comments one or two tricks, not a lot. I always use the same tricks, nothing fancy. I will try to show you one or two of the most important for me quickly on an introduction video. Then you will have a better understanding on what I'm doing when you will look at the breakdown of the gun. So first, blocking, like I'm just saying you. I will just try to always maintain a low level of poly count on your mesh, and try to build with that. As you see, low density here, because you can quickly build your shape, found from the reference, the idea, etc. I'll try to set something quickly here for us. Okay, nice. Here I can, why not come here? Okay. I'm trying to just set a quick something like that. Okay. Use the middle mouse button in Maya. Is really interesting and you will improve your workflow. You see, I can translate my selection, but even if my cursor is not here, it's I like that a lot. Okay, so here a simple shape. You see my shape is low poly, so I can come here and define easily. If you have something look like that, it's bad. You know that bad because you want, I don't know, make a little refine here. That's not good because now I can't move anything to adjust my silhouette. I'm blocking. So just try to forget. Don't think about all this little detail. You will do that later. First, the big shape with the lowest poly count as possible. Then one time, that's nice. For example, I will make here split like that. I can come here, reduce that. The same here, select that, come, little adjustment. See, I can play with my my shape easily, no problem. Then, when you are okay with that, you can start to refine a bit, but always by maintaining a low poly count. See, like that, you can refine slowly. Okay, that's for blocking. What I want to show you is how I deal with high poly. Okay, I'm not a big fan of subdiv workflow. What I mean, I will explain you easily. Now I will show you how I make my high poly parts. There are different ways to make high poly in 3D. The most famous is subdiv modeling. What I mean is you will subdiv your mesh in order to have a smooth surface. There are 3 ways to do that in Maya. I will show you the 3 and the one I use the most and I prefer and why. So I will make a, as always, I like to test my tool and my workflow on a simple shape because as for the extrude we have seen in Fuse 1, if that don't work in a simple example, that will not work in a complex example. So it's why I always like to test my tool and my workflow and understand what I do in a simplest thing as possible. So here we will play with a simple cube and little extrusion. Okay, so 3 cube, freeze transform, history, nice. So yes, I'm saying the first way is to use subdiv modeling. What I mean is we will press 3 on our keyboard and we will subdivide our model, okay, in order to have smooth area, etc. Problem is here we want just some bevel because we want to maintain the cube form with some bevel and add smooth on here bevel that are too sharp. I will just first add some division on all my cube a bit in order to have something more clean. Yes, so here what we need to do, as you already see and maybe know, we need to add maintain edge with edge loop in order to have this nice beveling effect when we smooth our art surface stuff. Okay, so here nothing new, you already know that because a lot of art surface artists like to work this way. So I think my cube is nice. Okay, so I hide all my edge loop tool, I look at my mesh, nice. I have a nice art surface cube topology here. Now, another way to do that, we can, in some case, but it's not the better quality way to do that, but it's a way we can do that. We can use the smooth angle. So it's not topological way, but a fake display way. We can select some edges and say in Maya we want them to be smoothed. So we see in this case, as we are too hard angle, that can be done this way. So first bad point for this this technique, that don't work in all case. That can work if, for example, we have a little detail. So I will try to make a little detail here. I can up, select that, make a little bevel. Okay, here, and I will make an extrude of this one. Nice. Like that, I can take here some local place where I want a nice transition on my topology. As you see here, I can have hard or smooth hard edge angle, but it's not a better quality effect. But in some cases, it's really nice, and it's enough to have a nice smooth transition when your camera is not is far away your model. Okay, but it's not the better method. The second method, and I like the most, and you will see I use the most in my modeling workflow, is to use bevel. So bevel, you know bevel, that will add geometry, but there are some techniques to use it, and in a good way. First, I always try and recommend you to take time to do a good selection. Okay. For example, here I want to add some edge. I can't, not this shortcut. Sorry. Yeah, I can't make my bevel here. Then select another local place, make a bevel here. Then select here, make a bevel here. Then here. I should, of course, you know, in Maya you should remove this little triangle. For example, I want an hard edge here. I will make it with bevel, so selection, edge to perimeter, that will only select the perimeter of my polygon selection. Then perform a bevel. Nice. When you're doing that, you have a different topology than if you make it in one shot. So I will come back to my first cube just to show you how to perform bevel. Okay, here you want, so I will make a 0 offset. Nice. I advise you to firstly select all your hard edge. Okay. This way your bevel will make a better topologic. You will see here, when I hit B, you see now I have a nice round corner here, which is different than if I make that here. Okay, here, okay, with I select that. Nice. So here I make that this way, and here I make that in two step. You see that here and here I haven't the same topologic. Here I have a full quad here and a quad here, no problem. Between here I have a n-gon quad here, but a handgun here. So just by well selecting your edges, you can have a nice bevel and nice quad. So that's not really complicated, it's just a simple tricks. Other tricks with the bevel is to always use a pair number on your bevel. Never use 3 or 5 or I advise you to use 2 as bevel or 4, not more. 2 is the best setting. I will show you that why in a second. Just first I will recreate a cube because I want to show you the difference between bevel and subdiv. After that we will discuss more on bevel tips. So I will just select that, make an edge loop tool, invert selection, and now I have selected all my hard edge. Make a bevel. As we see, we make it only with a bit like that. Okay. I can come here and I can make the same like this little cube. Here I smooth. So here we have the same effect. Visually, it's the same bevel effect. Okay, but with 2 different techniques. Here with subdiv and here with bevel topologic. Why I prefer this one than this one? First, because of poly count. We can think it's the same poly count, but in fact, what you don't see here is that when you press 3, you should always be aware of what will happen on rendering. On rendering, Maya will bake your smooth and your topology will look like that. So this one is the topology when the wireframe when you hit 3 on your Maya keyboard. So look at that. You are agree that this one for the same effect is quite more interesting than this one in terms of poly count. In order to show you that, you can, for example, come here, head up display, and check poly count. Then come here, head up poly count. Be sure to well check here smooth mesh preview in order to be calculate in your poly count. So now I have my poly count. So here on the bevel mesh I have 192 faces, and here I should smooth mesh, but seem to have a bug because don't change the poly count. So we will make it another way like that. You see our poly count is quite a bit higher. This is the first reason I prefer bevel tool. Next is because here we have a physically modified topology. You see here we have on the level number 1 we have modified our topology. Okay, it's better, for example, if we want for software like Didoo, Substance Painter that use curvature map. It's better for him to calculate the mesh topology than here, where we have transparent edge loop. Those 2 edge loop are not physically visible. If we see here, you see, we don't see the effect of this tool, and in some case it's better to have directly the effect here visible. Also here I can come back and modify if I want. For example, in camera angle I can modify the bevel. Here I can't. The only thing I can is come and select one by one and make a slide. Yeah. So it's quite old school and boring to model like that. Finally, it's also better for UV editing, because here you will cut in your UV smoothing will be bad with this flow, while here it's easy to cut. For example, I just can select and cut my UV here. Edit UV, cut UV, and this better for selection and also better for UV unfolding. Well, now you understand why I prefer this method. Of course, the good thing is to combine bevel with a good normal angle setting, because here, of course, if you set on hard normal angle, you will not have a good bevel display. Be sure to well set your angle. And of course, you can also combine your bevel with a smooth if you want more definition, or if you want to combine with some smooth part. For example, here, if I remove this hard rocks here, I will try to make it this way. Okay, and yes, select that here. Okay, here and here. Nice. Okay, now more interesting thing, I'll delete that also, will be about more complex shape like a sphere, in order to make a good high topological sphere. Yes, we will choose a sphere like that. Okay. As you know, on hard surface modeling, the difficult part is when you should deal with all in a smooth surface like a sphere. Okay, it's always a deal to don't have pinch. Pinch is this bad thing. You see, so here, of course, I will apply a bevel, a blend material, sorry, in order you see better this bad pinch we have here, and we want that. So how to deal with that? So firstly, you should be aware that it's not magic. There are no perfect way to deal with pinch. You always have will have pinch, sorry. So be well aware about that, and it's depend on your camera distance. Okay, if you have a hole in this distance, it's okay, but of course you will have a hole with this camera frame. You should use a specific technique in order to deal with your bevel. In this case, you should multiply by 4 or 10 your poly count in order to don't have bevel. So here I will discuss about a middle distance camera, something about like that. Okay. How to deal with a hole? So I'll just yes, make a more funny parts. For example, we want something that make like that. Sorry. Okay. So first I create my hole. So here I will a bit. So here first thing to not deform too much is to use slide tool, of course. Nice. So I want to make a hole here with this form. First, the good idea could be to make a little offset in order to maintain the perimeter of all. Then I will perform my all. So a simple all, no problem. The problem is I want my sphere to be smooth, but I want to keep my hard angle in the hole. For that, just like we seen before, I will use bevel. So take time to make a nice selection. I select this edge loop, then I selected this main chain corner. I don't want to select this because I want this to be smooth, okay? And I want to maintain this one, except here. Nice. Then when it's okay, you press B on your keyboard and you perform your bevel. So as you one first rules you discussed before is to always use a pair number. So don't use unpair because of triangles and because my techniques will not work. So here I will come to 2 in a segment number, and as you see I have a nice quad round corner on my angle. That's nice. So 2, okay. Then I define my bevel like that. Okay, nice. Next, here, if I smooth that, why I don't have my blim material. Nice. You see, I have bad pinch here, mega by pinch here. Okay, not good. But in the interior, it's nice on the inner of my hole. What I should do is to clean my bevel. Okay. So first I will just make a comeback because here I'm too quick and I badly select my edges. Okay, so here is better. Add a blend, nice. So in order to clean that, also be careful to don't go like that. I want to. Oh yes, it's nice. Sorry. Okay, no, it's nice. Now, as I say, you should clean your bevel. How to do that? First, remove this interior edges, then this one. Okay, like that you open your handgun here. Then you should need to select the opposite and the inner point of your angle bevel and perform a connect. This way, you will have a quadrangle here and a quadrangle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And here too. Okay. It's better than here when you have 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not good. So you select that. You open by deleting edges. Then you can, with the split tool or the connect tool, select here and connect. I prefer to use the connect tool. It's quite useful. Nice. And now I have a nice topology. Okay. I always have a little pinch, of course, because as we said before, you will always have pinch, but the idea is the goal, if you want, is to reduce the more possible this pinch in order to don't see it. You see here, it's quite invisible. Of course, in this angle, we see the pinch, but it could be enough if my model here is here. It's okay. No problem. The same here. We should deal with that. So take time to clean your model. You see here I have bad thing. Okay, and here will go here. Okay. Then why not use a fill all? Fill all, nice. Come here, bam. Here if I do that, I have quadrangle, but no, here so off. I can do is to make the same here, for example. come close that, use fill, select border, fill all, come here, sorry, it's a bug, select that, connect, then here, connect to here. Quadrangle, but here we have triangle, so we can just remove this one. So like that way, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I reduce my pinch effect. You see it's near to invisible. And I have a fully quadrangle. Not fully, sorry. Here I am a triangle. Here is a triangle. But in my opinion, it's not really a problem because it's good. It's not a problem to have a triangle. You see, it's looking fine. So in some cases, it's okay. If you don't want to have this triangle, you can, for example, just make that, add a one here, a little modification if you want, and now it's a quadrangle. But it's not necessary in my opinion, so I prefer to leave the triangle. Okay, and with this technique, you have only things to deal with is the amount of density. You see here, I will have a pinch as long as these edges. Okay, so if you want to have a short pinch, you should add geometry in order to attach your edges, to have your edges attached shorter as possible. Okay, for example, here I want to make a knot hole. If you can make a smooth like that. So of course that knot will be okay. So no, it's not the thing I want to make. I just want to show you quickly that if the more polygons you will have, the more invisible your pinch will be. For example, if you see here, I will now in the same sphere make another quick hole because we already do that. I make a hole, okay. I select it, convert to perimeter. I select my border here, nice. You see, I want to keep hard edge this selection, and I make a bevel. I make the bevel of 2, of course, because I know it's better for quadrangle and for my technique. And now I like the way the bevel react in Maya 2050 and 40 because I can do that. In Maya 60 they correct that, and I don't like. In fact, you understand, I use this bug, this topological bug, to work and to make my my attach and my topologic, and I like to model like that. You see here, there are bug that he add me a bad end-gun on my angle, so I should select it and delete that. After I have a hole, it's quite bad, but it's not a problem to deal with that and to clean up quickly. I make it a 50. Okay, I can come here, make a slide, select these two, and make a bridge. Okay, nice, bam, and here I have a nice topological bevel corrected. Okay. So you will see me you will see me doing that a lot of time in the video. You see it's bad, no problem. You know how to clean it. It's always the same thing. Bam, 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 bam. Slide here. Select these two. Select these two. Your shortcut for bridge. Okay. So yes, it's not magic. You should clean manually, but you are a good modeler, so you can. You know what you do, you make a good topological. Okay. Don't look at magical tools, they don't exist. You should do the job yourself. And now I have a nice hole in my sphere. and that will be always the same for the tutorial. I use this all the time. Sometimes I have yes, I don't know, I have a piece like that, maybe with you know a thickness in the pieces. Yes, sometimes I have a piece like that, so I delete the inner thickness because of that will not be visible. Then just select that, make a bevel, and boom, you have your bevel piece. It's quick, it's nice. Okay, you don't need to smooth, so you're not worry about this handgun. And if you can add some smooth, and of course after that you can come here and clean your topological stuff. Okay, and now you're nice. Okay, just in a few clicks. If I look at my mesh cleanup tool, I want all the quad side. Oh, what? No, sorry. I want to select not to clean up. I selected. I invert my selection, and I can select all the little residue. I don't know in English, but the triangle. Just hit delete, and now I have a clean quad topology. Okay, you see, when you know the workflow, it's always the same. You see my bevel is nice. Okay, everything is nice. So yes, I hope you understand what I try to explain you. Just simple tricks, one more time, nothing complicated, and just with that I can model the gun, and hope you will more well understand my modeling on the gun, and I hope you will like it and learn some tricks. So feel free to make me a feedback one more time on this. What do you think about that? So let's get started.